Wind Tunnel, through Weehawken, through Secaucus, across the Hackensack River, and you'll arrive, as we have, at MetLife Stadium at East Rutherford, New Jersey. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Seattle Seahawks and the New York Jets. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Go, son. 55. Right there in the middle. 55. Here we go. Here we go.
A first down throw, Darnold. And his first pass is incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Darnold. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Bell. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. A shotgun snap for Darnold. It's caught by Quincy Enunwa. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. On 4th down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 18. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
At their own 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
36 power.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick 6s.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded about a yard deep. Oh, what a move. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can try to have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
And the Seahawks first down.
Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. We got to get the ball. D, get the ball right here.
They go play action here on first down. Left side complete to Lockett. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
53, Mike. Touchdown, defense.
Here's Wilson to throw. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
On second down, it's Carson. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Check 53. Watch the run. Check.
On 3rd and 1, Wilson. And he's got Lockett. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Defense was thinking run, and they're dealt a pass of just under 20 yards. An inaugural trip to the red zone here for the Seahawks. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
0.
Now it's Wilson. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf, his 11th touchdown of the year, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Myers connects on the PAT, and they take the lead here at 7-6. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Jets take over. At their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
At the 28-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Here we go.
His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Darnold down to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Bell. Not able to go anywhere that time. 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Throwing again is Darnold. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. Now it's Lockett. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
And the Seahawks, 1st down.
380. 57.
Now it's Carson. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Brought down at the 30-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 30-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. After one, a one-point game, 7-6. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming.
Check. Hey, alert.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And Oliver in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Here's Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all. And let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. This is Bell. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. There he goes right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Third down, passing down. They throw the extra defensive back in there for a nickel package, and it worked out.
And it's not anything that you would think is just great strategy. It's just that when you have 5 defensive backs on the field and an obvious passing down, it's a lot tougher to complete a pass. And on that play, they completed it just to the wrong team, and it cost them 6 points.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. Now Bell hit. He lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Even the great ones, some of the best, they're not immune to the fumble, and here it really hurts them.
If the ball gets away from any runner's body, that's when the defense pokes at it, swipes at it, swats at it, and finds a way to create a big play for themselves.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now this is Le'Veon Bell with a reception. 15 yards there on the play as they try to chip away at this 15-point deficit.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Now it's Darnold. And he's got a moonwalk. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. The Jets on the move. Couple of big plays back-to-back.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
27, check, Mike, 27. I got it. 2 times, 2 times. 3 down, 3 down. Young lady, check, crunch, crunch, crunch.
To throw is Darnold. Manuel's got it, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47.
Here I come, lady. Here I come. Red 80. Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky.
Here's Darnold. Looking deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll go back to the ground with Bell. And he's taken down inside the 30. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
That's another Jets.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Let's go, fellas.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
You're outside. Watch it, watch the run. Watch the run.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them.
Go side. Mike 27, Mike 27. I'm on. I got 11.
Now off the bootleg, Darnold. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
On 1st down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. On 2nd and 9, Wilson. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game. Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, and it's 3rd and short.
Get that quarterback.
Throwing again here, Wilson. They'll run the screen with Carson. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Wilson now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. To throw again is Wilson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Second and 10 now, Wilson. He's got his man here as Gary Jennings Jr., and that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 29-yard line. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
Play out. Push left. Motion. Reset. 53's the mic. 53. Check 53.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He'll get this to Jennings over the middle. And down inside the 15 he goes. That's another gain of 15 on back-to-back plays. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. That's complete right around the 8. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Hey, 0.
Here's Carson. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. They get 17 on that one, move the chains, first down Seahawks.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now a play fake here on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Now it's Wilson. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Give him 9 there on the... First down completion.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Wilson. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. With that matchup, the adjustment that was made, you have a blazing guy on a blazing guy, and defensively, he won that battle.
The closing speed is the key. When you have a guy that fast and he can close at the end of a play and knock it away, that's a big deal, and we just saw him do it right there.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Draw play. This is Carson. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And finally taken down at the 15. First down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Touch, Booker team. Check, 53, right. Hey, let's get some penetration here. Run left, run left. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wilson, left side complete to Lockett. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Myers connects on the PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Spinning past him. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
A very solid gain of 27. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now they'll try the sweep with Bell. Oh, leaves him behind on the spin. And now running right through him. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
They can't hang with us.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. Tackle coming from the safety, Trey Flowers.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Hey, we heavy on the edges. Heavy on the edges.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
Hey, lady. 25. Yo, lady. Check 25. Joker, Joker. Joker, Joker. Yo, lady. Hey, Delta.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Trey Flowers picks it. He was looking for a Nunwa there.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Let's get off the field, D.
They run again with Carson. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Check. Lady. Check. 53's mine. They're going to need some therapy.
On first down, Carson. And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle, and that's going to tack on 15 more. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now a give, right side. It's Carson. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
He lets it fly for Lockett. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was the strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Watch the boot. Watch the boot.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. Here's Darnold. A screen to Bell. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Adam Gase rolls the dice. It doesn't pan out. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. They'll run on first down. Carson, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. The throw down the field, caught by his running back. 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Le'Veon Bell. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Jets are able to cut into this deficit. And can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Watch the back. 14. Check it back.
Wilson. And his throw is incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Here's Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. Oh, and the big play's going to get even bigger. His penalty flags are down, and I believe they're going to get a face mask penalty tacked on. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now a give right side. It's Carson. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front. Good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. but I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
This is Carson. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice pitch, boy.
At the 1-yard line.
The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. They run for it with Carson, and he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. The extra point now coming from Myers. And the lead is now an even 30.
Makes the score Seahawks 42, Jets 12. Michael Dixon set to kick off.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. He's cracked. Hey, Eddie. He's checking crack. Big Ed. Man, Eddie.
A first down throw, Darnold. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Brad McDougal. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Anunwa, the intended target.
57. Mike, 57. You must be dreaming. Tighten up.
On first down, Carson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, he used to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This is
but
one of our
she's
guys.
singing too.
Oh, she's at least...
She's on like the 5th tune.
Yeah, she left Scales way behind, but he used to sing something about turning out the lights. The party was over.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Back to throw, Darnold. He's going to find his tight end. That's Chris Herndon. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 12 yards there and a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. The shotgun snap for Darnold. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 8. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is taken in at the 5. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jets are able to get a score back. And he missed it again. The 4th time now in this game alone. And that has to be great cause for concern over on that sideline. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Oh, Wilson going to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Seahawks, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for the Jets, it was a game they really needed as they drop back to 4-6. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, up, man, oh, deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all. Dash, honey, y'all, dash, honey, y'all, dash, honey, y'all, dash, yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Eat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerging victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, it's glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, up, man, oh, deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash. They slept on the team, now they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. It's no need in keeping it low-key. I can carve up the D like a turkey, or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. You tell us I'm making a name. I put on the Jets, the coach regret even letting them stay in the game. Team around took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just trying not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. Honey, y'all dash. Honey, y'all dash. Honey, y'all dash. Honey, y'all dash. dash, 100-yard dash.
Yeah, and it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, what? And it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, what? Whole squad like, yeah, and it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, yeah, and it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah. You don't want problems, you don't want smoke. Wanna be her for your mom to your pop to the beat to the bird, man. Cut right off on the curb like I'm Barry Sanders. Chains on and the diamonds dancing. Game on, so it's time to go. When the rain starts, I'ma let you know. Name a squad that is better though than my whole team. We a pot of gold. I'm a dog. I'ma need a bone for my whole team. I'ma let it go like yeah, and it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like yeah, whole squad like what? And it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like what? Whole squad like. Feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, yeah, and it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah. You don't want problems, you don't want smoke, no, you don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog, you don't want problems. Yeah, yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. Frustration, I was waiting to shine. My father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Masterpiece, my masterpiece. That mean I don't got no limits. Bout it, I doubt it. My homies know you ain't ratted. We break you down like a pound. I got it, don't pound us around me. I'm corrupted, flow cold and it's rugged, bumpy. What is up? I'm ready for war. You got to love it like black, yeah. And it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah. Night like, yeah, whole squad like, what? And it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, what? Whole squad like, yeah, and it feel like.
Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. On tap, we've got what should be a fairly intriguing matchup between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Houston Texans. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead. And we're off in week 2. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
You ain't doing nothing today.
On 2nd and 11 now. Roethlisberger, and it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a game in the middle of their defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because Most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
Watch out for Hill on the return. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They'll be led out by the first Wyoming quarterback to go in the first round, standing 6'5". It's Josh Allen.
50 yards from I'm here all day. I'm here. Alert! Check 43.
They go play action here on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. A-Shot Robinson. Too much to handle that time. Gets the sack. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
After the sack on first down, Allen into a double team, and it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick, and his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up a screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
On second down, it's Jones. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Tackled that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Offense.
And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down. They gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Now a pass that's taken in by Hill. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. Now Allen off the bootleg. It's caught by Clive Walford. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Off the edge, the sack by Matt Ioannidis.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. That'll get a little bit back, give him 5 on the run, and they'll be left with a 3rd and 13. From the gun, it's Allen. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13. Going for it on 4th down. Allen. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late-game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
And this looks a lot like the last play. Behind the line of scrimmage, he's tackled for the 2nd straight go-around. Great job by this Jacksonville D.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And they went empty backfield, and because of that, nobody was there to pick up the blitz.
And you know that offenses, when they go with the empty backfield, they have different things designed on every play to try to account for things. But what people often forget, defense is audible as well. And a lot of times they see an empty backfield, they audible right into a blitzing situation.
Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Now it's Roethlisberger. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 10 more there and another 1st down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Levine Toilolo. His first touchdown here of the new campaign as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. And a play fake down near the goal line here worked out well.
Anytime you can make them think that you're going to run the ball and go to that play action pass, you see the end result, usually a touchdown.
Is that harder? Is the play fake harder to defend for the defense near the goal line or no? Because there's not as much room to work with?
It is harder because down near the goal line, you're thinking much more of a running play, especially if people run out big formations. So it is harder to defend.
Extra point up and good by Suckup. And that makes the score 7-0. 5 plays there on that drive. And the result, a Houston touchdown. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a 1st down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The end result, 21 yards. So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Ashawn Robinson coming out of the University of Alabama, a big, physical, intimidating force who had to learn to play with more leverage. Otherwise, he's going to get blown off the ball in the NFL. Looks like he's learning his lessons after that play.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 22. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Jayon Brown gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. On 3rd and long, it's Allen. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. The Jags with their first opportunity in the red zone. They've got a 1st and goal from the 10-yard line. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Austin Eckler, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. Couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
Stay with your man.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he's going to lose yardage here, back to his own 18. And that's a loss of 7 on the first down play. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Here's Jones. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. The Texans on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 11. One more time, they'll keep it on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Houston. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Here's Hill on the return. 12 yards on the return that time. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively offensive. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll begin our trip around the NFL with an interesting one right off the bat. And it's the Browns that have the lead in the second quarter. The Browns trying to hold on and claim.
Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. Set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Let's go.
Out come the Jaguars now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. On play action, Allen. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Ashawn Robinson picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10. Blitz coming, and down he goes. DeForest Buckner with a sack, the former number 7 overall pick. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground?
Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Give the sack to Jerome Baker.
So when you have good field position to start a drive and you give up back-to-back sacks, that can be demoralizing for a team.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Here's Roethlisberger. And finding the tight end Hooper. Well, they'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's 4th down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
On play action, Allen. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Play action. Now it's Allen. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And they work this well upfield across the 45. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot. And they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Allen, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Justin Houston able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Allen going to throw. And going deep for Hill. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Jaguars. Tyreek Hill, his second touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars have taken the lead.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control. And how about the end result? A touchdown.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now out comes Houston. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep him warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Let's go. Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. We don't want this.
Now Roethlisberger on first down. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10.
Let's see what you got.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Set. 180. 53. Mike. Hey, watch the slant.
They go play action now. Roethlisberger. It's complete left side to Aguilar. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A huge play there for Houston. 57 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use.
And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Aaron Jones, his first touchdown of the new season, as they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point. A 1-yard run on first down, another yard that gets him into the end zone on second down. Maybe not much for the yards per carry average, but hey, 6 points.
Yeah, bottom line is it doesn't matter there. You've got to find a way to wedge it into the end zone. Yards per carry, that's out the window. How do you score? And on the second down, they had something going. They got a yard before. They thought they could do it again, and they got it done.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Throwing now is Allen. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Matt Ioannidis picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And this is going to be intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. They'll go again to Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to say.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go there.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Travis Benjamin, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this fourth quarter.
Did you see them hold up 4 fingers at the start of the fourth quarter?
They were ready.
They were definitely ready. They may or may not have done that, but they certainly have played that way. The fourth quarter has belonged to them, and now the lead belongs to them as well.
Extra point put through by Succop, and the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Second and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Give the sack to Aaron Lynch, the former USF Bull.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
To throw, it's Allen. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Allen going to go on fourth down. And going deep for Hill. And got his man complete. He's at the 30. 10, touchdown, Jaguars. Tyreek Hill, an even 90 yards as they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point.
Yes, it was a touchdown, and not just a TD, but how about a long touchdown that puts them in a great position now.
And now just an extra point away from tying this thing. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we are tied here in the fourth quarter. A drive there of just 4 plays, and it culminates in a Jags touchdown. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Situation. Let's go.
Now a play fake here on first down. On the crossing route, complete. That's Anderson. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pumps from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. He's going to let this go. Back of the end, and this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Aaron Lynch able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Alert! Hey, wahoo!
To throw is Allen. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. Guys, this game's felt a bit weird all along the whole way through, and no better play maybe exemplifies that weirdness than that safety right there.
Partner, you've got a tie game and time running out. You've got to be ultra careful down on that end of the field, and this could very well be the play that decides this football game.
Come on, baby! Let's go!
The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. That's caught right side by Anderson. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches. They'll run it with Jones. Accelerating and
Rick Rock. Tick-tock. West hip-hop. Are you ready for some football? Ladies and gentlemen. Down in Mississippi and New Orleans, Big Snoop Dogg got a Madden league. His team is off the hook and you don't really want none, but if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Come get some if you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg and I'm the only one, and when it comes to Madden, all y'all fools my son.